77. Know they not that Allah knoweth what they conceal and what they reveal? 78. And there are among them illiterates, who know not the book, but see therein their own desires. And they do nothing but conjecture. 79. Then woe to those who write the book with their own hands, and then say, this is from Allah, to traffic with it for a miserable price. Woe to them for what their hands do write, and for the gain they make thereby, Jews as their brethren. And there is no question that there was not another prophet like unto Moses until Muhammad came. In fact, the postscript of Deuteronomy, which was written many centuries after Moses, says, there arose not a prophet since in Israel like unto Moses, whom the Lord knew face to face. But the Jews as a body were jealous of Muhammad and played a double part. When the Muslim community began to grow stronger, they pretended to be of them, but really tried to keep back any knowledge of their own scriptures from them, lest they should be beaten by their own arguments. The more general interpretation holds good in all ages. Faith and unfaith are pitted against each other. Faith has to struggle against power, position, organization, and privilege. When it gains ground, unfaith comes forward insincerely and claims fellowship. But in its own mind, it is jealous of the armory of science and knowledge, which faith brings into the service of Allah. But Allah knows all, and if the people of faith will only seek knowledge sincerely wherever they can find it, even as far afield as China, as Muhammad said, they can defeat unfaith on its own ground, even though the directive that Muslims should derive knowledge regardless of its location is an acceptable proposition from the Islamic viewpoint. The tradition to which the author refers here is not authentic. 84. The argument of I-76 is continued. The Jews wanted to keep hack knowledge, but what knowledge had they? Many of them, even if they could read, were no better than illiterates, for they knew not their own true scriptures, but read into them what they wanted, or at best their own conjectures. They palmed off their own writings for the message of Allah. Perhaps it brought them profit for the time being, but it was a miserable profit if they gained the whole world and lost their own souls. Matt Bikinexino 26. Writing with their own hands means inventing books themselves, which had no divine authority. The general argument is similar. Unfaith erects its own false gods. It attributes things to causes which only exist in its own imagination. Sometimes it even indulges in actual dishonest traffic in the ignorance of the multitude. It may pay for a time, but the bubble always bursts.